Okay, Blue is now a sleazy corporate rep, and you and we're negotiating your creative contract. Now, let's be serious. We're giving you the time, the space, the supplies, the support, the marketing, everything you could possibly need. So, what will you give us in return?
Your art.
I said let's be serious. Today's drabble is brought to you by the words studio, precede, and install. And now, another drabble by your favourite magical library in human skin. Being me, of course, Blue. Eagerness sweeps me along the door-studded corridor, anticipation aglow in my soul. Inside every studio, another lives their actualized dream. Writer, painter, pianist, and my heart aches. The struggles of too many artists preceded this miraculous workshop's founding. My passing melancholy fades when I find Studio 27. Its handle I touch with eager reverence before hastening inside. Wet mounds of my medium await, a silent wheel installed alongside. Faint with the heady scent of earth, I bury my hands in cool clay. Pleasure rends me. The cost of this masterpiece is nothing. Who wouldn't give their life for true art? Hello. In the current timeline, as far as I am aware, I am still Moonfeather Blue, fantasy writer and magical library in human skin. And thank you so very, very much for reading this drabble with me. If you liked it, if you could please like it. Blue is a collector at heart and wishes to expand on her lovely likes collection. Any and all assistance in filling her shelves with likes is so very appreciated. And Blue is a library. She has many, many shelves to fill. Additionally, if there's any compliments or critique you feel must be hurled at my head, please consider the comments section Blue's head and get hurling. Any and all feedback that you see fit to provide, though of course particularly that of a constructive nature, to the moon and back. To the moon and back, Blue appreciates it. This is the second piece I wrote during that Drabble Live stream last year. Possibly it's my favourite of the four. Blue has had the thought that it may be one of those pieces that has an entire sort of parallel story written between the lines. Or maybe Blue just thinks too highly of herself as a writer. Do I? If so, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't remember thinking about it while writing. I don't tend to think while writing. Okay, that's not quite right. I don't think... How am I going to explain this? It sounds bad to say I only think surface level. I think I must think more deeply, but it's all subconscious. Yes, I don't remember thinking about this potential between-the-lines story while I was writing. And again, I did not go back to watch this Drabble stream before scripting, but on revisiting the Drabble and upon editing it, Blue was like, whoa.
Wow.
That's... whoa. Yes, definitely. So, the story in the lines share the good fortune of a potter finally gifted the chance to create, unburdened by the outside world, all responsibilities and barriers miraculously removed to make way for artistic passion, expression and integrity. After all, who wouldn't give their life for true art? While As I oh so subtly alluded to in the cold opening, the between the lines story reads, oh my goodness, these artists are being tricked into enslavement and maybe actually literally giving their lives for true art by some nefarious organizations behind this so-called miraculous workshop. So maybe the between the lines story isn't quite as obvious as I thought. If not, I probably should have definitely gone with a different cold opening. I made a decision. Was it the right one? Who knows? Moving on.
Let's move on.
I did wind up making quite a few changes from the original stream version. The original version probably made it a bit more clear that all was not right. Yes, originally we had the line, finally I have nothing but time. And we also had, no masterpiece created here has value in the monetary sense, not to the artists. We pay well for this pleasure and willingly. Blue did wind up cutting all of this in favour of creating a slightly more immersive experience in a sensory fashion. Ugh. Actually, now I think about it, the sensory immersion, it may have strayed into somewhat sexual realms, almost. You know, wet mounds of my medium, pleasure rends me. Whoops. I promise you that just happened. It was not an intentional choice. But, yeah, it might be appropriate. Yeah, it's probably appropriate. I imagine for many, the creative process can be, yes. How do I skirt around this in a euphemistic fashion? Okay, it's rather like ice skating is for a certain Swiss skater in Yuri on Ice. Does that make things clear? Moving on again.
Let's move on.
So this story, even if the scenario isn't actually as evil as what I imagined earlier, it still very much touches on the turmoils of creatives. Blue very much relates to these. Life demands so much of all of us, and so few artists can actually turn their passion and talent into viable income. We never have enough time. If we do have time, we have no energy. If we do have energy, we have no motivation. If we do have motivation, some disaster strikes and the cycle continues. We keep going for as long as we can, but so many of us have no option but, for dire want of a better phrase, to give up. It's painful to think how much beauty and meaning has been denied us all, and how much art we will never experience because of this. If Blue was given the supposed chance to create, and the payment was clearly spelled out in the contract, and Blue's lawyers considered the payment fair, Yep, sign her up. Who wouldn't sign on that dotted line in that situation? You're signing, I'm signing, we're all signing.
I'm signing, you're signing, we're all signing.
The only problem is the payment would not be fair. Blue can't think of any scenario where this isn't 100% a trap.
It's a trap!
But maybe you can. So please do have fun with this and play around with some prequel sequel thoughts in the comments. What dire artistic struggles led our lovely POV, let's call her Demi, to arrive at this workshop? How does the creation of her masterpiece go once this drabble finishes? Does she meet any other artists while she is a resident there? Does she uncover any nefarious plots? Most importantly, what happens to Demi after her masterpiece is complete? Whatever it is, let's hope she leaves the workshop intact. That means intact and functioning, not just, intact and not functioning. Alive, please. Demi alive. That would be nice. And if you feel these inspiration words, being studio, precede, and install, could be put to good use in an entirely different drabble-y fashion, please do so. Blue very much looks forward to reading your alternate drabbles in the comments. Just out of curiosity, what would you pay? We're not being rhetorical here. No melodrama. Be as literal as possible. What would you pay to be a full-time creative with the support of a miraculous workshop? Your life? Your firstborn? Another's life? Wait, no. Blue said no melodrama. No melodrama. Oh, what about 20 years of your life? What about a kidney? Half your liver? Enduring a lifelong 99 to 1% pay split. So long as you can comfortably support yourself and your family, what would you consider fair payment? Blue is focusing too much on this. Blue is hyperfixated. Yeah, bad plan. Blue, you are a bad planner.
Bad plan! You are a bad planner!
If the Miraculous Workshop paid a decent living wage, Blue would probably take a 1 to 5% cut of profits, but she would have to make sure contract renegotiations every 2 to 5 years were written into the contract, just in case her work gets so popular the profits far outstrip the living wage. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. It's nice. But yeah, I doubt Demi had the chance for real contract negotiations. I'm pretty sure she signed herself up to lifelong artistic servitude. Are we going in circles? Round and round and round in circles. Yeah, just a little bit maybe. This is probably a good time for Blue to stop talking. Thank you so much again.
Oh, thank you.
Please subscribe for more stories from Blue, and wherever you are in the world, I hope the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that is what you deserve. Until next time, bye bye. Bye bye. Blue is mean, Blue is nasty, Blue is all around icky. A meanie, a meanie.